Hey everyone! Welcome back to my new series that I'm starting on the channel called Breaking Down the Soundtrack. The series where I take an in-depth look into the soundtrack of your favorite game, analyzing music, and ask the important questions. This series is aimed to help you understand why soundtracks sound the way they do and some core aspects to them. This series is a light understanding of how music for game soundtracks works, so if you ever want to start writing, this may help you. To start off the series, I'm going to do some of my personal favorite soundtracks, so for the first few episodes will be soundtracks that I choose. Now, let's stop wasting time, and let's start digging into the soundtrack of Minecraft. Before we talk about the music, let's get to know more about the game. Minecraft is a 3D MMO survival and explorative game, as well as a sandbox. You as the player have two main game mechanics, mine and craft. Released all the way back in 2010 by Mojang, it is still really popular to this day. The game was initially released in its alpha stage of development on June 30th, 2010, then into beta on December 20th, 2010. Finally, on November 18th, 2011, Minecraft stepped into 1.0 full release. Ever since then, Minecraft has been getting consistent updates with new features, mobs, blocks, and more. Now that we have a good grasp on what the game is, we can start discussing the soundtrack. Written mainly by Daniel Rosenfeld, also known as C418, the game consists of a large assortment of tracks. These tracks were broken down into the Alpha album, the Beta album, and the Nether Update album. Fun fact, the Nether Update album was composed by Raine, most known for her work on the soundtrack of Celeste. Let's quickly sort a few of all the 58 tracks that we have into their categories. What are the categories? Well, we have melodic, dark ambient, jukebox, ambient, and a miscellaneous for songs that don't seem to have a defined category. Let's listen to a few of these songs in their respective categories. Minecraft has such a wide variety of songs and several tracks within the game. So what do all these tracks have in common? Well, to start, they all emphasize a calm tone, meaning all the songs besides Jukebox and some miscellaneous tracks are very soft with their presence. There's one more thing that all these tracks have in common, but I'll wait to go into that, as it has to do with a later segment in the video. This episode, I'm going to break down 2 tracks. First is the song Minecraft, also called Calm 1 by C418. Written in G flat with a total of 6 flats, oh geez, this iconic piano melody was one of the first introduced into the game when it came out in alpha. Overall, this song is just a few of the same measures repeated over and over again, while getting louder each time and getting a few new sounds. This piece is a soothing one definitely, but it's also a nostalgic piece for Minecraft veterans. The next piece is a very interesting one. The second one I'm going to be breaking down is titled Aria Math. Written in the key of G major, there's something about this piece that fascinates me. Maybe it's the use of the Opsilon handpan for the entire song. Maybe it's the gradual build up to the climax with several stringed instruments creating an entire arrangement that is so incredible. Or maybe it's the use of volume control when it builds up and then goes to a soft melody. Either way, it's one of the best in the beta album. Guaranteed. Now that we heard a vast majority of the songs in Minecraft, we can start asking the important questions. The first and major one being, does it help the game and make it better? Yes, definitely. Absolutely. Minecraft is most known for its signature piano melodies. Without it, Minecraft would not be perceived the way it currently is. In this instance, the music is heavily influencing how players perceive the game and play it. If the music was 8-bit retro style or even heavy synth, it wouldn't feel the same. C418 knew how to channel his peaceful side for a game that became peaceful because of the music. The next question we can ask is, what makes the soundtrack so memorable and catchy? This answer will dive into a little bit of music theory on what makes songs so catchy, so you might want to take note. The soundtrack uses a lot of repetition in its songs, and that's what all the songs have in common that we didn't cover earlier. The songs become pretty predictable and easy to follow, and it will tell your brain after a few times of hearing it to familiarize itself with it. As for what makes them so catchy, that once again relies on the repetition, but also the brilliant composing of C418. He definitely had ideas for this project going in, but I doubt he saw Minecraft exploding the way it did when it came out. To add some final remarks, this has probably been the largest breaking down the soundtrack, and will probably be the largest breaking down the soundtrack for a while until a new game comes out that can top the vast genre this game covers. And lastly, I think this clip from Jay Schlatt's A Tribute to Minecraft sums the game up nicely.
Minecraft the game is changing. Minecraft's audience changed a long time ago. The only thing that's really stayed static about it has been the music. You put me in some random world I've never explored. You can add weird new items I'll never know how to use, but to me, it's not really Minecraft until that music starts fading in. And I'm pulled back into a world when nothing really mattered. When everything was easy. And when I was happy.
And that is a great note to end on. Sadly, this is where our 3rd episode of Breaking Down the Soundtrack has to end. Guys, if you liked it, please do hit that thumbs up button to show me that you guys want more. And feel free to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode when it comes out. Anything else important will be linked down below. That's all for today. I'm Time Traveler, signing off. Bye bye!